3, 2, 1. Houston, you are clear for liftoff.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 17 of this NHL 20 Custom League franchise mode with the Houston Cosmonauts in the NAHL. Just before we jump into this video, if you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please go down below into this corner right here. Click that little button and subscribe. But anyways, let's jump into the video. So, if you guys missed last episode, click up in the top corner of the video right about now, somewhere, it's going to be way up here, but there will be a card there that sends you to the entire playlist so you can get caught up on whatever you missed. So, last episode, we took on San Jose as well as, I believe it was Winnipeg, wasn't it? Yeah, and Winnipeg too. Only lost one game in those two series, and, we are on one of our most dominant playoff runs ever here. John Davidson averaging well over 1 point per game. He's actually pushing 2 points per game at this point as a defenseman, but, he's our captain and should be putting up those points. Anyways, we're taking on the Chicago Devils for the second time in 4 seasons in the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's go check them out here quickly just before we jump into this actual series. So, the Devils are going to be a good team. There's no question about that. And they really have been one of the most solid teams in the league over the last 5 or 6 years here. Obviously, they've got some depth in some older players, but they also have younger guys up front like Zadina and Pedersen and Gonchar who are just crushing it. Like, they're just crazy good. Victor Ulanov, they drafted in 2020. Okay, so he's a pretty good defenseman. And then they got Binnington and Henzik. Okay, so that's the team we're going up against. I think we're going to stand a good chance, but let's just look at our team. Obviously, you guys have seen this group before, but it's really started to come together here, and I'm expecting a championship out of this team. I believe we do have 1 or 2 comments to get to here. Let me just check through them quickly, but I think the only real main one was that we should probably trade Timo Meier eventually, which I do agree with, but, at this point in time, we need him to win, obviously, but at the same time, we can't really trade him till the draft, and, that will happen eventually. Obviously, Topi Kapanen is going to fit that third or that second line very well, keep the +3 chemistry along with Doc and Vasyunov, and that's exactly what we want here. So, that move will happen eventually, but right now we're looking to win in the playoffs here. The +5 Davidson is honestly just killing it. And then, we also have this Tommy Salio, who's going to be absolutely awesome moving forward too. Magnus Petterstrom might eventually make our team too. That is a possibility. And then, for scratched guys, Liston, we are looking into. We got Josiah Anderson's there, but Liston might eventually make the NHL too. Kind of same type of player as Topi Kapanen. Othman could make a depth role. That's really about it, I think. I don't think we're going to have too many other guys that are really pushing for NHL jobs currently. Because obviously we do have a lot of guys in here already. Guys like Sonnenberg and Kapanen, like those guys were picked 10 picks apart and are honestly just absolutely fantastic. So we got Larmore backing everybody up. We got a great team on our hands here. The other thing that's really scary is the teams here are looking nice, like the special teams. And man, I think we got every single edge possible on Chicago again here. So if we sweep them, I wouldn't be surprised, but finishing second in the league, obviously the team that finished ahead of us, I actually can't even remember who it was right now. I believe, it was Ottawa Spartans. They already got knocked out, so here we go. We have got our second ever Stanley Cup Finals coming up here against the Chicago Devils. This is going to be interesting for sure. As we meet the same team again here, can we pull off another sweep against a team that's honestly very good? But let's see what happens here. So, period 1 in game 1, Chicago starts off the scoring. Ristolainen scores. We get outshot 12-9, so that's going to have to be a little better moving forward. Second period, it's a 2-0 game as Elias Pettersson converts on the power play, and we're getting outshot 27-16 heading into the third period. this isn't the greatest spot to be in for game one. Honestly, we were hoping for a little better. And Donovan Leach does convert on the power play, so we got a one-shot game here. Unfortunately, Mantha makes it a two-shot game again, and it's 3-1 for the Devils. Power play for Chicago does not convert this time. Power play for Houston also does not convert, and that's probably going to be wrapping up this game, as we're not going to score two quick ones, most likely, as we get outshot by 10 shots here, and that just does it for game one. We finally lose to the Chicago Devils in the playoffs for the first ever time. That's our first ever loss to this team. So that wasn't great. Davidson did not put up a single point in that game, and we need to see better from our whole team, because that was just not good enough. So second game on home ice. This has to be a bounce-back game, and we start off with 2 goals there. Davidson and Leach, our leaders, obviously putting pucks in the net, and then Anthony Mantha makes it a 1-goal game there. We get outshot 14-11, though, on home ice. Second period, it is a 7-2 game, as John Davidson explodes for definitely 2 points in this period. Topi Kapanen, Marcus Vassayunov, Mikhail Savan also getting goals, as well as Clayton Keller, and Jordan Eberle gets the lone goal there for the Chicago Devils. All right, so that was a bit of an ass-whooping period there, but we do get outshot 25-27. Donovan Leach makes it an 8-2 game, and this was a serious statement here made by the Cosmonauts, showing that, we're probably the best team in the league here. Like, I don't have a whole lot of doubt. Mantha scores on the power play there, but really, with 8 minutes left, Cale Fleury responds. 9-3, 10-3, Clayton Keller scores. 11-3, Dante Heinen scores. My God, their goaltending is absolutely atrocious. We still let in 5 goals in this game. My goodness, that was a 16-goal game. 16 goals. Fortunately, we got 11 out of that 16, but yeah, that's just crazy. 4 and 5 goals in a period. Keller puts up 4 points. Leach puts up 3, and same with Savan. So that was a pretty nice game there. So Davidson only got 2 points in that game, which is crazy considering how much we scored. But that's all right. Heading into game number 3 now. This is in Chicago, where, we had a lot of dominance 3 years ago, I guess it was, when we were in the finals. But first period in Chicago, we are down 1-0 after the first, but we outshoot them 15-13. Robert Thomas gets the goal. Second period, it's 2-1 for Chicago as Gonchar scores on the power play, but Leach brings it back to a one-shot game. We're still down we're outshooting them by 10 shots, but we're down 1-0. So heading into the third period here, we need some kind of response. We can't sit back and let Chicago just take the lead here. So there you go. Clayton Keller ties the game up. It's a 2-2 game, and this can go any way. Power play for Houston does not convert. That's not great. And, we are getting enough shots here to win this game, but you never know. When it's tied, you never know. Let's go, Kirby Dach. That is absolutely huge. And then Robert Thomas ties it with 46 seconds left, and then Savan scores with 43 seconds left. Oh, my goodness. What an end to the game there. Literally goals within a minute of each other. And we take game 3, 4-3 in a really tight one. That is called clutch. That is just crazy good, man. What a performance there. Mikhail Savan. Wow. Clayton Keller has got 31 points now in the playoffs. That is fantastic. I honestly wasn't expecting him to have that many points, but Davidson has got 29, so, if Davidson's going to actually win the Conn Smythe, he's probably going to have to score a little more, but 29 points as a defenseman's absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, heading into game number 4 now, if we can take both away games here against the Devils, that would be huge for this series, and we could probably win a cup on home ice. But first period, it's a 1-1 game as Leach and Ristolainen both score there. Leach gets a power play goal, and we outshoot them 13-6 in the first. Second period, it is a 4-3 game for Chicago as Vassayunov opened the scoring, but Gonchar tied it. Heinen gave us the lead on the power play. Pettersson ties it again in even strength, and then McLeod gives them the lead on just 16 shots. We get 22, but we're still down a goal here, so that's not great. But, if we can get more shots here, we're going to be all right. Davidson scores shorthanded. That is the definition of clutch. How long is this power play for? That had to be a 5-minute penalty. My goodness. Anyways, Another power play for Chicago. Finally converts. Dear God, like if we're going to sit on shorthanded the whole game, obviously we're going to lose. So it's a one-shot game, but I just don't see us tying it at this point. Okay, Marcus Vasilyanov proves me wrong. And we are headed to overtime for game number 4 here, where we can take a 3-1 lead or Chicago can tie it 2-2. So what's going to happen here? And we're still going, but the shots are getting close, which I don't like. Power play for Houston does not convert. That is not good, boys. You have to convert or the momentum swings, and we might be going to double overtime here. My goodness, we are in double overtime now. Let's see what happens here. This game has got to end soon. There's no way these teams can keep going. And Houston ends it on the power play. Buries the dagger, Mikhail Savan, in overtime. Double overtime, to be exact. Wow, what a game, man. 6-5 win for the Cosmonauts. Davidson puts up 4 points and proves me wrong in so many ways when I was saying he needs to put up more points. He shows up. He shows up and wins us a huge game there. He's got 33 points in just 18 games now, guys. That is absolutely insane for a defenseman. I told you back when we were starting this whole series and doing the fantasy draft, I said Davidson's going to be one of those defensemen who scores like a madman, and he did. He has. Like, it's crazy. So I'm not playing this whole game. I don't know why I went to play game, but really, I think we kind of have control of this series at this point. I swear to God, if it hit play game again, I went down twice on my controller. I hit the down joystick twice. Nothing moved. So when I said that we had control of this series, like we really do at this point. It's a 3-1 series, and, we can complete a cup run here in just 3 losses, but let's see what happens. So, period 1, Houston's up 2-0. Lambos and Vasilyanov both getting goals on Binnington. That looks pretty good for the first. We outshoot them 12-8. Second period, it's a 3-1 game as Nygaard and Pettersson both score. Pettersson on the power play. We're outshooting them 22-17, but we're going to jump in, get into a little bit of gameplay here, have some fun with it, and hopefully win our second ever Stanley Cup. So, guys, at this point, all we got to do is hold the lead. Obviously, we have the 2-goal lead, and we are Stanley Cup champions. So that hasn't happened yet. There's still lots of game left, but you never know what's going to happen. That's not okay. That's not okay. You want to do that to our top guy, Ristolainen, you're an absolute dirtbag. I'm not letting him play around here. This is just ridiculous, man. Sit down, Ristolainen. That's not happening on home ice. I'm sorry. You want to throw body checks like that, you're going to get your face knocked in. So, great fight, Savan. And, yeah, get the crowd into it, man. Beautiful. It's honestly a hit to the head, so I'm not exactly impressed with that. But, let's score on him, man. That was just stupid. Oh, my. How? Okay, can anybody explain the logic on that goal to me? Because I don't see how that happens. Sorry, like that just shouldn't be in our net. We have a 90 rated goalie back there. I know Gonchar's a great player and all, but like, man, come on. Like, you can't, there's no space. There's simply no space there to slide the puck in. So now it's a 1-goal game. I love EA logic, man. Anyways. Okay, if you want to take me on one more face-off like that. Buddy, what is going on here? Like, get off of me. Let's go, Vasilyanov. Show him what you got. You're a rookie, but you're really freaking good. Okay, Keller. Come on, man. That's just a brutal defensive play. So the fans are all hyped, man. I know we did give up a goal, but who really cares at this point? We've still got the lead, and I cannot win a freaking face-off to save my life right now. Like, this is just annoying. Thank you for actually stopping that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Get out of here, Manta, you freaking cheap bag. Holy crap. Win a face-off. Come on, there we go. That's the first one this freaking period. You know what? Get off of me. No, you cannot get a shot whenever you feel like it, okay? Okay, can we make a pass tape to tape? Dear God, you guys are the top-end NHL team. And I didn't... Did anybody see a poke check there? Did anybody see Jordan Eberle just dive? Because that's what I saw. It was a big, fat freaking dive from Jordan Eberle. It's a crappy way to play, man. If you're going to get beat by a team, at least you get beat honorably. Instead, you're going to have to cheat to try and even stay with them. That's just bad. Anyways, let's try to score shorty here. And that's going to be in the net. Sorry, Jordan Bennington, but you're not a franchise goalie. You're barely a starter goalie. And our team's better, man. That's it. But, like, that's just it. If Gonchar's gonna score on that ridiculous EA logic goal, we're gonna score on a crazy bounce like that. And yeah, Bennington just is not good enough. So yeah, we take a 2-goal lead back again here, just 10 seconds into that power play, and that's got a sting. Anyways, Donovan Leach gonna pick the puck up here, look to pass. Timo Meier over to Heinen. He's gonna cut back. Make the pass over to Heiskanen. That's a good shot, but a good save. Oh my goodness, what a play, Timo Meier. That was all the AI. That was all the AI. And it's going to count as Ristolainen's own goal because Timo Meier just poke checked. Why are you passing in front of your own net? Like, what? You don't pass in front of your own net if there's guys on the forecheck. That's just a dumb play, and you deserve to pay for that, Ristolainen. And it's going to be Heiskanen's goal. That's going to be who scores this. Right here. It's going to be Miro Heiskanen's goal instead of Timo Meier's, which is crazy. So anyways, that was pretty crazy. I've never seen a goal quite like that. Oh no, it is Timo Meier's goal. Okay, good for him. And Meier draws a trip. Man, this is just too easy at this point. I know Chicago's a good team and all, but apparently we are just very much the best team in the league. Vasyunov, and Meier gets his second of the game on a beautiful tip about 3 seconds into the power play. My goodness, what a shift, what a series of play here, and Timo Meier gets 2 goals in probably just under about 10 seconds, to be honest. So yeah, that was very well done. Obviously Marcus Vasyunov is one of our best players already. And these guys are converting, man. They're putting in pucks, and it's good to see. The only reason why I wouldn't want to trade Timo Meier is because he's good on the power play. But, you know, that's really about it. Like, he's getting paid $7.5 million a year. And, you know, it could be better. But here we go. Timo Meier going to make the spin move, loses the puck. Oh, we take a penalty with 7 seconds left. Come on, man. That's alright. It's whatever. It's whatever, man. There's 7 seconds left. And there you go. Your Houston Cosmonauts are 2-time Stanley Cup champions. It's been a bit of a run here. I mean, going 16-3 to get to the Stanley Cup is pretty absurd. Like, that's just an absolutely fantastic record. And, you know, the pieces we brought in really did make the difference as far as Vasyunov and Keller and guys like that went. So, get to watch the handshake lineup and all that stuff, and yeah. And Davidson is your Conn Smythe winner as he puts up like 34 points as a defenseman, or probably 35, honestly. He just had a crazy playoff run, so yeah. Definitely the best player on our team during the playoffs anyways. And yeah, man, it's all just what was wrong with that guy's face? Did anybody else see our coach's face there? It was like shiny and silvery, like right here. That looked really weird. Anyways, you know, getting to lift the Conn Smythe and the cup in one season is pretty huge, but Davidson is going to get to do it this year. He didn't last year, even though he did win the Conn Smythe 2-3 years ago. He does get to lift the Stanley Cup this year, and that is just absolutely awesome. So what a series it was, handing it off to his defensive partner, Miro Heiskanen, who's just been absolutely fantastic for this team still. And, man, just celebrate it. Just take it in. This is it's a tough series to get here, and, yeah. So Timo Meier also getting a lift the cup. Might be his last one here with the Cosmonauts, as we are looking to move him possibly, even in this episode still. It's only taken us about 30 minutes to win the cup here, so yeah. It's been a good series, man. That is just a huge performance from all those boys. Timo Meier's 2 goals here in this game were pretty crazy, but yeah, you love to see it, and Jamie Larmour, our number 1 goalie, without any question, gets to lift his 2nd Stanley Cup in his career. What a performance it's been from him, too. Absolutely massive goalie. He's been so good for us, but obviously we have the huge photo here with the cup. All our best players are surrounded here with it, and there you go, your 2025 Stanley Cup champions. Alright, so we obviously have an offer here from the Cosmonauts, and we're going to take it. Why would we switch teams, man? We've been absolutely killing it here in Houston, and no reason to change. It's been fun so far. I mean, if you guys do eventually want me to start switching teams, I don't really want to. I kind of want to see how we can do with Houston here, as we built this team from the ground up. And really, if you guys want to see me play with another team, just start commenting that. But I'm having a lot of fun here just with the Cosmonauts, and we've brought in a lot of good players here to this system that are going to help us keep winning here for this foreseeable future. Anyways, we do have a pick here in this lottery, so we're going to see what happens here, and, you know, maybe we could win something. It's unlikely, but you never know. So I don't know how many crazy potential players there are in this draft either. Looks like there's, you know, 1 or 2, but not too much. So Davidson puts up 33 points as a defenseman in just 19 games. Best on our team. That's got to be one of the single-handedly most crazy performances by a defenseman in playoff history. Like, yes, he put up 34 in 24 games, but 33 in just 19, as well as being plus 21. That's insane, man. He also was scoring on 13% of his shots. Like, my God. Anyways, 109 points in 88 playoff games for Davidson is about as good as it gets, and he is over a point a game as a defenseman here too, man. He is the centerpiece of our defense on this team. Leach put up 25 and 19. I mean, lots of guys were over a point per game. Vasilyev was at a point per game, and all the other guys above him here were over, which is insane. Obviously, Larmour wins 16 games in just 19 games played. And yeah, we're going to eventually see the awards here, but first things first, we're going to get to the draft lottery here. All right, guys, so obviously the Cosmonauts are your cup champions, but the Springfield Thunderbirds win the Calder Cup in the AHL, and here we go. We do have a top pick here. I believe it's from the Iceman. It's from the Edmonton Iceman, but let's see where this pick lands. And we move from 4 to 3. All right, that's pretty good. We land that top 3 pick, and that's good, man. Memphis wins the lottery. Denver moves down 1. Jacksonville moves down 1. And yeah, not too much movement there overall. But yeah, we're going to land that guy that we wanted in Cullen. What's his first name? Oh yeah, we're definitely going to land him now. Tyler Cullen. Maybe we'll turn him into some crazy playmaker as well. Obviously, he is going to fit the second line very well. And, man, I'm excited for the future of this team. We got a lot of good players in here. And, you know, I do want to try to trade up for Ladislav Kopecky as well. If we could do that, that would be great. And, I mean, I do have lots of other pinned players in here, as you can see, but not a ton of potential overall. Oh, Grabishkov, he's only a low top 9, but he's got a 3-year ETA where he's at. I'm not going to take him there, unfortunately, because there are better potential players probably. But, you know, still a pretty darn good draft overall here. Or it's looking like it's going to be anyway, so we'll see how things turn out. For retiring players now, we are in 2024/25. Sidney Crosby calls it quits with 1,702 points, with finishing his career with the San Francisco Vikings there. Had a couple really steady years in San Francisco. Obviously was putting up over 100 points for a while there, and then kind of just dropped off here. Probably had some injuries too, so you hate to see that, but that's how his career ends. Kessel, Wheeler, and Bergeron also over 1,000 points. A couple other guys there with big numbers, and yeah, that's your entire retiree class. I guess Pierre was pretty old already. He's 34. And then for goalies, Lundqvist calls it quits at 43 years old, puts up 584 wins, man. That's just insane. He did play a year for us. Didn't win the Stanley Cup, I'm pretty sure. But he bounced all around the league, honestly. Went from Houston to, it was either Mississauga or Edmonton. I think it was Mississauga. Then to Memphis, then to Winnipeg, then to Denver. And then was playing for Colorado. So, yeah. Great career overall for Lundqvist. 421 wins for Miller as well, and 250 for Brian Elliott. So Bergeron becomes a coach for the Hammerheads. Yandel and Broussard become scouts for Calgary and Philadelphia. And lots of retirees here. Do we lose anybody? Doesn't look like it. No, we didn't. Beautiful. All right, so on the trade block, we're not trading that pick. We do have our 2025 pick here. Mikael Savan is a high franchise now. That's scary. How is Davidson not? Honestly, he had such a good year. Wow, Vasilev's up to an 87. Lambeau's up to an 84. Salio's still 79. Kapanen is 86 overall. My goodness gracious. Timo Meyer's a 91 overall, guys. So I don't know what to tell you there. He's worth $7.5 million now. But I wasn't expecting that, so puts up 72 points. Was that his record? 72 points in 78 games? 72 points. No, he had 75 a couple years back. But, man, that's insane. That is actually insane that he's that good. Like, I don't want to trade him, but I know we probably should just for the well-being of Topi Kapanen, who we could turn into a medium elite possibly in a year if we do things right. But, wow. Just wow. Sonnenberg stays at an 82. But, yeah, Kapanen was crushing it. My goodness. What about our goalies? Okay, our draft picks obviously are pretty huge. We have pick 3 and like 32. And then besides that, see, I think we could get some decent picks back for Meyer. Larmour is a 91 overall at just $6 million. He's totally worth that. And Lundberg's up to a 78. Gustafson's already an 83. So I'm hoping Lundberg jumps up. He put up, only 17 wins in 42 games in Wilkes-Barre. That's not great. So, yeah. We'll probably try to move Meyer for some draft picks here, if we can do that. And we're going to have to re-sign Heiskanen, as well as we'll probably try to sign Bishop maybe, or maybe Kavanagh. And yeah, we'll be making some sign-ins here, but it doesn't look like too many big re-sign-ins are in need here. It looks like our team's mainly under control at the moment, which is really good. Gustafson will probably have to pay too, but we're going to have cap space for a year or two here. So first things first, let's go to the contracts, just make sure that everything is sorted out. And Miro Heiskanen going to be the one big name here. We do have $10 million in cap space, and he only wants $8.7 million for the next year. How much does he want for the next 5? He wants $11.5 million. That's not great. Okay, so they're saying we could get him for $9.71 million, so that would be $9.75 I think we could do. And if we can get him for that, he's really like a great piece for our team still, and I'd love to get him for that cheap. I don't know if we will. A couple other guys here with some contracts expiring. Timashov wants, 2 years at $1.8 million. I will do that. And then Dante Heinen is 2 years, 1.8 as well. Man, these guys are absolutely awesome depth forwards. They really are. And I got no problems with this team. Paling is a medium top 9. He dropped from the low top 6, but that's all right. $1.5 million for him is great. Joachim Nygaard, 2 years at, pay him a little more because it's an extra year, but worth it. Jones is going to be worth it too. And Zykov as well. My God, we have a lot of contracts to sign here. Or no, that's it for the main roster. I'm sure in the system there's some expiring, but we're not really going to worry about that right now. We're just going to, stay focused on the draft here for the most part. Figure out where we're moving Timo Meier, because that's going to be an important thing here. So, one more contract I missed is Gustafsson. I just completely skipped over him, didn't offer him an extension. Actually, wait, what? Oh no, we did offer him an extension already for $1 million. That's perfect. That's perfect. So let's see what teams have up on their block and who wants to trade for picks and stuff like that. And I'm sure there will be a team or two here who is looking to trade. The Titans are looking to move their pick. Looks like the Narwhals are as well. So I'm thinking the Titans maybe, just so we can snag this Kopecky guy. And he's at pick 13, so that'd be perfect. Honestly, it would. Yeah, we're going to try to get Ladislav Kopecky here in a trade that is going to probably see Timo Meier sent to the Toronto Titans. We'll see if they want to make this deal or not. They have the 10th pick, but I'm wondering who else do they have that would be worth our while for looking into. They got pick 41 as well, so let me just kind of lay out my picks here first before we go and make a move. But if we could get 10 and 41 from them, that would be awesome. My goodness, we have a lot of prospects to pick from here, but we're going to let these guys make their pick first. And Dempsey is only 80 rated. Okay. Cullen was ranked at number 2, so hopefully he doesn't get picked here because he's now dropped to number 4, even though he put up like 97 points. I don't understand why. I don't understand why guys drop off like that when they're still this good. Viklin's compared to Malkin. Okay, but I like where our pick is right now. I'm not worried about that. And, let's see where our other picks are. Okay, so we are going to go and try to make this deal with the Titans. We might try to pull 1 or 2 more picks off of them, possibly. Like, pick 103 would be good as well. But if we could get 10, 41, 103, and you know what, if we could honestly grab their first 5 picks and in exchange toss them, like, here's what I want to toss them. I want to go pick 155 because it just doesn't line up very well. Actually, you know what? No, let's keep all of them. I'm good with keeping all our picks, and if we can just trade Timo Meier straight up for this, I will be totally good with that. I know Timo Meier's a big piece on this team, but you know what? With all the picks we're going to get, it's just a lot of options in exchange for one player. Like, we're literally bringing in 5 prospects for one really good player, which is totally worth it in my opinion, because we have other guys that are already fitting into Timo Meier's role. So it's been an absolutely awesome run, Timo. You've been absolutely fantastic for us, and I'm sad to see it go, but at the same time, it's probably for the best here, and hopefully you can find some success in Toronto, who has been struggling, so maybe he'll be the answer. So the trade should go through. I don't see why not. And there you go. Timo Meier is now a Toronto Titan. So Denver's going to make their pick, and they take Corpacari there. And we are definitely going to be taking Tyler Cullen here. There's no question about that, and he is considered a gem. Let's see how he turns out here, because he's supposedly ranked at number 2 by our scouts. So he is an 81 overall 2-way forward. He will probably be slotting into our 3rd line to start off here, but we are going to make him probably a playmaker. That's what I would assume. And eventually he'll slot into the top 6 somewhere. But yeah, Tyler Cullen's a very nice pick there from the Edmonton Icemen. Thank you so much for that pick, Edmonton. Anyways, over to this next pick here. There's Vikland went, then they decided to go with Beach. Okay, and then LaBelle went. Decent picks all throughout here, though, and I'm assuming Kopecky's going to be, around that same caliber as a bunch of these other guys who look good and will hopefully play really well, too. So, our scouts are recommending either Zimmerman Zimmerman's probably a defensive, to be honest, but, Kopeck's 1 year out. See, we could take Zimmerman, but that's a risk because I really don't know how good he actually is. Now we're going to go with Ladislav Kopecky just to be sure, but he is a 75 rated two-way defenseman. All right. And, okay, we're over to pick number 31 now. I did actually miss out on that Laner guy, but that's all right. You can't pick everybody, but he would have been nice as a low elite defensive defenseman. But besides that, see, Zimmerman was 75 rated, but he's defensive. That's the only difference there, really. So for our next pick at 31, we're going off the board by a wee bit, and we're going to take this Torsten Markstrom guy. He's 1 year out, and I'm excited for him, so he'll be slotting into the AHL most likely, as he is 72 overall. That is really, really nice for a 31st overall pick. He could have gone as low as 40, to be honest, but hello, can I not view my player? Apparently not. Anyways, he is 20 years old already, though, so that's not spectacular, but, it's all right. For our next pick. All right, our next pick here, we are going off the board yet again because that's all we do in this series. And we are going to take Connor Walter as a guaranteed medium elite goalie. Just bringing some value into the team is always good. And he's 59 overall. Probably going to end up, he's also 17. Jeez. He's probably going to turn out to be kind of similar to the way Lundberg's turned out for us, and will just be another valuable pick overall. So over to 62 now, and we are going to take, let's see. Ooh, Garvin was a nice defenseman. Jesus. Okay. But there's a lot of nice picks in here. Omark was actually awesome as well for the Kings, or for the Royals there, sorry. But no, we're going to go with this Salak guy, Radislav Salak, or Salak. I think it's Salak maybe, but it's like Halak, but it's Salak. He is a 66 overall rated two-way forward. Jeez. 20 years old again, but still nice picks for the end of a round. Over to the end of round 3 now, where we miss on a 60 rated goalie in the Ivan Datsuk. So the Ottawa Spartans luck out on him. Galvin turns out to be a good pick for the Firebirds. Who else? Okay, Welch was really nice too. Another two-way forward in there. But we are going to go with, we could go with Korea, but who do we have 101? See, Grigorenko is a big question mark. He's 3 years out. I get the feeling he's probably going to be a low top 9 instead, so we have 2 other goalies I'm targeting already, so I'm going to take Grigorenko as a risk. Hope he pays off, and we will see here right away. Probably a bad pick, but yeah, he's a low top or medium top 9. 62 overall, but at 20 years old, again, not great. We do bring in some slightly older players into this system at 20 years old, but could have been better still. So pick 103. We're taking another goalie here, and this one's a little riskier than Walters was, but Israel Iverson, supposedly a gem, again 4 years out, should be a very good goalie, and at 20 years old, he's a 58 rated starter. Okay, so above average, but not the best option again. I'm sure there will be some other elite goalies in here. Anyways, we skip over a couple of the picks I was looking into. Does anybody pay off here? Doesn't seem like it. As Albrecht, and who was the other guy I was looking at? I think it was Austin, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it was Volkov. None of those guys really pan out, and instead we are going to take a risk on Brandon Sawyer, as he's supposedly 3 years out, right-handed defensive defenseman, and he turns out to be, is he the steal of the draft? Probably not, but okay, 63 rated, low top 6. That's, average. So what we're trying to do is make above average picks with our later round picks. And it's hard to do, man. It takes a lot of scouting and a lot of time, but with our next pick, we're at 134. See, I could go with pick 160 on Sexton, but think I'm going to wait again on that. I'm not going to take him until we get to a little bit later on in this draft. Yeah, we might take him now, honestly. Renberg, yeah, he's 5 years out. It's not a lot of great options here. Cappaducia, no. What about Sanchez? Let's try Cody Sanchez. Just send it, man. And he is a low top 9 sniper. Beautiful. All right, we get an offer for Dunn and Rodriguez, which I'm not taking. It's just not worth it. And not a lot of value in here. We would have been better off going with Tavares, but what can you say? So we're going to take Sexton here with pick number 155, and he is a... Are we going to get a medium elite out of the later rounds here? No, we're not, but he's a medium top 6 power forward, which is, above average. So pick 165 now. Ooh, Morrow is a nice goalie. That's the first one we've seen in a while that was actually decent. But no, we're going to take a risk on Dominic Marshall, our third goalie of the draft. Hopefully our final one. I don't think we had another, and he's only a backup, but he was 71 overall. So not a terrible overall, but pretty bad potential. That seems to be it for that round anyways. So we're at pick 186 now, and I missed on a couple players that I wanted to look into, but instead we're going to go with this Kalle Landeskog, a low elite playmaking center guaranteed, and he is, what's his overall? If he's a decent overall, I'll be surprised. He's 50 overall, so still a good young piece. Here he is he 19? There's no way he's 19. No, he's 18, so, could turn out still eventually, but at pick 217 for our last pick of the draft, we're going to go way the hell off the board. Couple nice elites in here still in Heikkinen and Lees and Yablonski as a starter goalie, but that's about it. So we are going to go with... where is he? He's way the hell off the board. He's like 270 or something like that. But for where he's at, he's worth the pick. And how do you say this? Skrasktins, I believe is how you say that. Miroslav Skrasktins. Or Skrastins. Miroslav Skrastins. How good is he? And he is a low 7th defensive defenseman. So lots of picks made, couple decent prospects, a lot more not so great prospects to be honest. But I'd say our first 5 picks or so were good. Like Cullen, Kopecky, Markstrom, Walter, and Salak were all really good. And then after that, it really did drop off. Landeskog will be in that conversation too if he can grow. And that was about it, man. A lot of those prospects probably will never make the NHL, but it's all right. So maybe not worth Timo Meier for those players, but, we clear up the space there for Topi Kapanen. We do have a couple coaches to sign quickly before we get into the rest of, the re-sign phase here. We don't have a lot of re-sign phase to do because we already offered a bunch of extensions, but we will be all right. So for RFAs, we got Mikhail Abramov. Looks like Timoshov signs, Jones signs, Paling signs, Heiskanen signs that awesome contract. Heinen signs, Zykov signs, Nygaard signs. That's everybody, man. That was literally everybody almost. So we have a couple expiring contracts, like a lot more AHL guys here by the looks of it. You know what? We can pay Samuel Morin $2 million for the next 2 years, and he should sign that. Sompi is going to be nice and cheap, obviously, because he's on an AHL deal. Same thing with Dahlstrom, I would assume. Yep. Just the majority of these guys are worth signing here. Cruz, we're definitely going to get a deal too. Probably over Bouchard, so we won't sign Bouchard at all. We will sign Kavanagh, though. You know what? We'll sign McIntyre too. He's not going to be great, but you know what? That's all right. Abramov I do want to sign because he's decent still. I want him for like 3 years preferably. Ramirez, again, another player worth signing here. He'll be good, Isaac Ramirez. And then Siegenthaler and Sarayarvi, I believe is that how you say it? Sarayarvi, yeah. Billy Sarayarvi. That's a weird name, but it sounds good at the same time. Anyways, we'll get Damien Giroux there, as well as... Actually, Celeric doesn't want a deal. Okay, that's fine. Letinov I would like to sign, and he should take that, and that's just about it. What about goalies? Yeesh. We got 2 goalies here worth signing in Cogliano, as well as Eriksson. Just for value, we can probably trade them right away, to be honest, but when you look at how many goalies we have, it's not spectacular. So that's going to be it for contracts, I think. But we'll see what happens here. So let's just sim to free agency nice and quick, and everybody should sign. I don't see why guys wouldn't. Our AHL head coach doesn't sign, so that's awesome, but the associate coach does. All right. Let's see. We get just about all of these guys here by the looks of it. We did get Samuel Morin on the $2 million contract. Cruz signs. Full roster for McIntyre. Kavanagh signs. Cogliano signs. Eriksson signs. Ramirez signs. All right, so we had one too many spots. Please stop. Please stop the simulation. Stop. Oh, I did not want to hit edit player. Okay. So what we're going to do here quickly is we're going to go and we need to sign Ramirez, so we'll probably get rid of one right winger, sorry. Most likely. And we totally forgot to sign Cullen, and we're at 50 out of 50 on contracts, so that's not good. So Dauphine we're going to release. That's 1 contract. Celeric we're going to release. That's 2. We do need to sign Kopecky as well. This is awesome right now. Wait, who didn't take it? Bouchard we're rejecting. No, I didn't want to qualify him. Shit. That was not what I wanted. Crap. Looks like the goalie signed though, so that's good. But no, let's sign Tyler Cullen for sure. He's going to be in the NHL this upcoming year. And then Labushkin we can sign as well. Worth the money again. And then where's Kopecky? There he is. We're going to get him into the team ASAP because we want him growing. And man, this team's in really nice condition right now. I got no complaints with this system. I think we're going to be able to win with it for a while still. Topi Kapanen, I'll probably move to the left wing as he is a left-handed playmaker, so it makes more sense for him to play down the left side. And then Vasyunov's a left-handed right wing sniper, so he's got the inside shot, which is perfect. Doc is right-handed, so that balances the line nicely. Man, this is such a great system, and this Clayton Keller contract is becoming more valuable by the day, even though he's only got 3 years left. 3 years left is really good still, man. He's got it till he's 29. Like, oh. So yeah, let's hit free agency, man. These rookies should all sign. I don't see why they wouldn't. So Cullen signs, Labushkin signs, Kopecky signs. We are golden. We don't even need to sign anybody. That's the crazy part about our team. We do need a new coach, though. That is the one thing. So an AHL head coach would be nice, and that would be about it. So can we get more than 67%? I don't think we can. I think that was kind of the golden number right there. 67 is pretty damn good. Honestly, if we just sign up the exact same coach here, well, he's not the exact same coach, but he's the same kind of system as our top end, like our NHL group, right? So if we sign that same contract, we're going to be fine. I'm kind of interested, though, to see what kind of systems are available as far as a double pinch and cycle goes, because that's the one thing I'm actually quite interested in still. Because if we could get a double pinch and cycle, then our defense becomes even better, which is really scary. Anyways, we offered that one coach the deal. I'm sitting here trying to mess around with stupid stuff, so honestly, this team is so nice right now, man. How is Okay, Heiskanen and Doc and Keller are all more valuable than Davidson just because Davidson's making the most amount of money on this entire team at the moment. So, yeah, this is a freaking nice system, man. Salio, we're going to get into the NHL this year. There's no question about that. He didn't have a great season overall in junior or in AHL, but, 14 points by a defensive defenseman. You can't complain about that at all. So, yeah. Besides that, the team's in great shape. I'm really happy that Kapanen's jumped up, and I hope he's going to be able to make a difference on the second line this upcoming year. But I don't think we need to sign anybody, honestly. Like, we are really close to our player limit anyways, if we're not exactly on it. And, there's an Austin Matthews or a Quinn Hughes or somebody like that, but it's like, why would I go after these guys? I simply don't need to. And yes, we have $11.8 million. Am I going to spend it all? Probably not. Even if we look at just the sheer potential in this draft, or in this free agency class, still, like, it's just like, I don't think so, man. Oh, that was one of our goalies. Good. Jukka Latinen is probably worth signing, but that's weird that where did we trade him? He got traded somewhere. He had to have. No, he was just playing in league the whole time, and I guess I forgot to sign him. I guess. I don't know. So that's the only signing we'll pursue. And we're going to sim to the next season and see how this team turns out. So Latipov signs, and he's going to be our new AHL coach. Looks like he's headed to New York, I assume. Jukka Latinen is headed to the New York Stars. So might be a mistake there by us, but whatever. Bouchard signed the RFA. That's all right. Or the sheet offer, I guess it's called, right? So, heading into the next season, 98% of our tickets are sold. That is just awesome, man. That is just awesome. We did not build a new parking lot. That's my bad. So, for our owner goals, we are expected to win the cup, finish first in our division, win our regular season home opener, no stretch goals. All right. So, let's see how this team really looks. Obviously, the +5 on the top line, +3 on the second line is pretty nice. And then we have a whole bunch of playmakers, I guess, or what's going on here? He would be, obviously, he's the best fit for the second line. Cullen is, but obviously he's not going to be playing there immediately. And we're going to change him to a playmaker eventually too, so maybe we go like that. Yeah, that's better. Let Cullen just get some play time down on the bottom pairing for now. We go like this, Heiskanen and Fleury, maybe? No, apparently not, because none of those guys fit the... Yikes, okay. Please tell me Salio's up, and he's not, so he's going to be in the AHL, and he's 81 rated, so why is he not in the NHL? Because we have lower rated defensemen up here. Larmore's 91 overall. That's just crazy. Let's see the rest of this system here. Othman 73, Liston 75. That's pretty darn good. Besides that, let's see who's scratched here. Kopecky should be playing. And he's a pinch and cycle, which is beautiful. Eriksson, again, another goalie that probably should be in the system playing here. But as far as our goalies go, Lundberg is 82 rated. Shoot, I think we're going to have to offer him a contract, or not a contract. We're going to have to move him up to the NHL here and then let... Who's our backup goalie? Okay, Lennox is 75. He's good enough to start in the minors. And then if we can back him up with this other elite goalie in Eriksson, we're going to be golden, man. Like, this team is in such good shape. It's like, holy crap. There's just, like... There's no weak spots in this team. That's one of the things. You put Cruz and Kopecky in here together, like, you're going to have at least a +3 pairing. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's do that. So Salio, actually, Let's see. Can Jones... Oh, Jones can move down to the third pairing there. Give that some plus chemistry. Labushkin only fits there. That's not great. Morin's good. Siegenthaler is defensive as well. Shoot. Okay, so let's go... We can keep Siegenthaler probably there. We'll swap out Salio for Kopecky for now. Actually, how good is Petterstrom? Oh, geez, he's a really nice fit too. Okay, so we'll go Kopecky, Petterstrom, and then I have Cruz as well. And it's like, where do I toss Cruz? Because he's honestly a really good defenseman. And, oh, Jesus, man, you have to play the defense like that. You literally can't play it any other way. That's all +3 chemistry. My goodness. So that means with our defense, it's a 78 Kopecky, an 80 rated Siegenthaler, 82 rated Morin, an 79 rated Petterstrom, 76 rated Cruz at just 20 years old is beautiful. And then a 79 rated Jones is also insane. And it's like, holy crap, man. You look at how well these guys fit together, and it's like, why are we not playing it like this? As far as offense goes in the AHL, I'm sure we can make this better. There's a lot of guys that will fit in different spots and aren't playing there, but they should be. Like Othman is very much a second liner. And Pilon should be there. Okay, so that's all +3 in the bottom half. Beautiful. Philip Eddy, we drafted a little while back. He's good there. And Kavanagh actually is better, you know, on one of these lines possibly, but we'll keep him with the +3 for now. Valery Bykov is more of a... Okay, well, Lundqvist gives a +1 there, so that's all +1 guaranteed then. Curtis Lazar could play on the first line too, but you know what? I really like how that system looks overall. I don't see us changing a whole lot. Actually, oh, the guy I wanted to put in was Saarinen because he's offensive. And then if you toss him with like Samuel Morin, you'll get a +5. So can we grab Petterstrom, move him down? No, we can't. Okay, so I think Siegenthaler's the odd man out here because Yarvi here gives us a +5, and it's like you can't not play that. So yeah, this is the team in the AHL. It's really nice. Obviously, Lundberg and Salio are going to move up. We're going to keep Eriksson in here for now because he is 20 already. And yeah, we're just going to make a couple quick roster moves then. Our captains should all be the same. Yeah, so Leach and... Yeah, that's perfect. Cullen's number 68 right now. That seems to be what he's rocking. And we will see here on Gustafsson and Lundberg and those guys here right away what's going to happen. Let's go to a couple roster moves here. We're going to be moving some lower end guys down. Guys like Sompi and maybe Zykov, but I don't really want to move him yet. Instead, I want to bring up Salio and I want to bring up Lundberg for now. So that should all work out. Let's just make sure Salio's actually playing here because I want him paired with Davidson as he is a right-handed defensive defenseman, and it's like, shit, you can't get any better than that. So I think Lambos for now is going to stick with Heiskanen, and then Rasmus Andersson is going to get swapped out for Salio, who's going to grow like crazy because he's already 86 rated with the chemistry boost, and then I think we leave that like that for now, and then Lundberg, actually Ryan Poehling should be playing too. I don't know why he's not on our bottom line. Actually, is there any chance we could toss Poehling in on the second line and he fits? Because if that works, I'm good to keep it like that. What about Sonnenberg? He's very much a third liner. But Heinen, yeah, okay. I think we're good. I think we're good for the offense here. That's not changing, but it's fantastic. And then on the defense, really not going to be much change there either. The only change that we're going to make here is going to be Philip Gustafsson, even though we just paid him. Is probably going to be moving on here, as we do have another great goalie here in Johan Lundberg, 6'2" rookie. And yeah, he should be able to put up some great numbers. Obviously did quite well in his one NHL stint there, won 4 out of 6 games, put up a .915 save percentage, and was just fantastic overall. So having him backing up Larmore is going to make this team so deadly strong that I don't see us not winning the President's Trophy, honestly. So guys, anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Next episode, we'll see more what's going on here with the draft and the regular season and all that good stuff. But we'll probably make some trades too involving Gustafsson, and who knows who else. We'll probably be making a couple moves because our system has just grown so perfectly over the last couple of years. But anyways, that's going to be wrapping up for this video. If you made it to the end, please go down below, leave a like on the video if you're new. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.